OWI charges dismissed when police make mistakes during arrest. Have you been arrested for operating a vehicle while intoxicated or OWI? You have constitutional rights that must be respected by the police. Michigan law says that you cannot drive or operate a vehicle if you are intoxicated or affected by the misuse of alcohol, some prescription drugs, and all illegal drugs. If you've been arrested, you may think that the only way to get out of the mess you're in is to prove that you were not intoxicated while driving. Lucky for you, this is not the case. Often, during an arrest procedure, police officers will make mistakes or errors. These mistakes can be used as evidence to have the charges against you dismissed. Why did the officer stop your vehicle? A police officer must have probable cause to stop your vehicle in the first place. They cannot act on a hunch that you are operating your vehicle while intoxicated. When you are pulled over, the police officer must state the reason they stopped you. Examples are erratic driving, speeding, or failure to signal. Make sure that you tell your attorney exactly what happened. How does an officer determine the poor driving was caused by alcohol? When an officer suspects OWI, he must give you a series of field sobriety tests. These include reciting the alphabet or counting, walking heel to toe, demonstrating that you have balance on your feet, along with other reasonable tests. A good criminal defense attorney will ensure that the conditions of the test were completely fair. Sometimes police will try using arbitrary techniques that are nothing more than bullying. This is an example of police officers misusing their authority, and it can result in getting your case dismissed. If you were issued a field sobriety test in an unfair manner, or if you were not disqualified from taking one due to possible physical disability, this may also be cause to have your charges dismissed. Miranda rights. Were you advised of your rights upon arrest? This should have included your right to remain silent. Without this knowledge, you might unknowingly say something that will slit your own throat or incriminate yourself. Other rights are important, but your right to not speak or answer questions is absolute. You should never be pushed into speaking to the police before consulting with a good criminal defense lawyer. A reputable attorney will find out if the police officers intimidated you inappropriately. A good criminal defense expert will ask to dismiss the charges against you when police officers abuse their power. Why is police misconduct important? It's very important to note that a prosecutor may not use any evidence against you that was obtained or collected during any time that the police acted improperly. If the police fail to advise you of your Miranda rights at all, none of the evidence collected, including the breathalyzer and/or urine tests, can be used against you. With no evidence to prove that you were intoxicated, the OWI charges against you won't hold water, and they will more than likely be dismissed. A good criminal lawyer will always make sure that no prosecutor or city attorney uses any evidence that was obtained illegally or as a result of violating your rights. Blood and urine testing. In addition to blood and urine testing that may be administered by the authorities, you should be advised of your rights to arrange additional testing at your own expense. If you are not advised of this fact, this police error can further your cause of having your arrest charges dropped. Hire an attorney. If you've been arrested and are unsure of how to proceed, it is best to contact an experienced attorney. When it comes time to hire a criminal lawyer, make sure they, number one, will begin by attempting to make your arrest charges go away completely. Number two, are an experienced criminal defense expert. Number three, have past clients that were pleased with their own criminal defense. If you need help or representation in your OWI arrest defense or with any other criminal charges against you, call the criminal defense expert right now. He'll even answer your call personally. Call Attorney Jonathan Jones at 248-469-0130. Call today, 248-469-0130.